Back here in Mountain View for the final match of the day. The Powell Lady Panthers taking on the Mountain View Buffaloes, the home team Buffaloes, ready to compete for their own state title berth, as the football team did earlier today. If you were listening to that, thank you for that. I was on that call outside in the frigid outdoors. Wasn't that cold, but I like to complain. Where Thermopolis tried to defeat the Mountain View Buffaloes, and keyword being tried there, as Thermopolis was taken to the woodshed and thoroughly spanked 41-0. That was in the football game. And this is our final match of the day for volleyball inside. I'm not tired yet. You shouldn't be either. I've been up since 7 a.m., so don't complain to me about being tired. If you are, and you're watching this at home or at a hotel or somewhere else, you have the luxury of just lounging on a couch, laying on a bed, and just flipping this thing on the TV or the computer and having the advantage of just kind of dozing off and keeping updated with the match. I will be here awake, ready to call this match as any other. Nice little rejuvenation in my system after some caffeine. As Mountain View and Powell, no caffeine needed for this matchup. Should be a great matchup in between two great teams ready to compete for that state title berth. Right in front of us is the Powell cheering section, so that's why there seem to be people standing up in front of the camera. Olivia Smith is back here, so we'll try to get her on camera if we can, but if not, we understand. Olivia Smith, part of the Lyman Eagles that just got their state title tournament, I guess you could say, state championships playoff berth in the last semifinal match by beating Pinedale in 3 sets. And the Mountain View Lady Buffaloes starting lineups are about to be announced here, as crowd has kind of thinned, as you might expect on a Friday at 5:53 p.m. Making a start for the Mountain View Buffaloes, Allie Rinker, Haley Stevens, Mountain View is wearing their black uniforms today. I think this might be the first time that they've broken them out, or at least the first time they broke them out when I have seen them. Allie Bugus, always with the creative high fives, handshakes with her coach. Kelsey George just going to start here. And I think you can guess the other 2 starters. I'll give you one hint. Both of their names start with H, and they might or might not be sisters. Hint, they are Haley Herford and Lindy Herford, as well as the senior Frankie Jenkins. Going to be rounding up this starting group for Lyman, as they have 6 in the libero, as per usual. And Powell and Mountain View come together. Both teams will be wearing black today. Mountain View is just going to be black and white. I don't really see, there might be some purple trim. It's hard to see black on purple. But Powell will be wearing their black and orange uniforms tonight, as both teams huddle on their side of the court, ready for their state championship berth appearance. The winner of this match will be guaranteed to be playing in Casper next week. The loser still has some work to do tomorrow. They have 1 match to win, and then a championship match if they win that one. In the loser's bracket, I shouldn't say loser's bracket, a consolation 3rd place match would be the better term for it. A 3rd place match tomorrow after they win 1, if they win 1. So Powell in Mountain View. They don't want to be playing tomorrow in the day. They want to be playing in the championship match against the Lyman Eagles, who earned their berth after the first semifinal match. That one's blocked in the middle. Haley Stevens. Powell is going to attack it in the middle. Not able to be finished. And that is out of play there. That was Lindy Herford. Had too much power under that one. And out of play. Diving save there from Mountain View. That was Jenkins right on the sideline. Looked like he was going out. Bugus dives for that one. Kept alive. And out of play, and that's how Mountain View will get their first point of this semifinal match. Some football players in the corner in the white Mountain View shirts. I think I saw quarterback Braden walk over there, and Kimball Matson amongst others. See Brigham Blumel sitting in the corner. Brigham Blumel, 5 touchdowns today for the Mountain View Buffaloes. Nearing a state playoff record for amount of touchdowns in one game. As that one is straight through the court and into the back corner. Out of play, and that's a point for Mountain View. 3-1, the Buffaloes lead. And that one goes into the net. A service error there from Lindy Herford. Gives it back to Powell. 3-2, Mountain View leads here. In set number 1 of this semifinal match, the second semifinal match of the day, our final match of this Friday action. Kept alive there, sent over the net. Gabby Metzler. And that's blocked at the net and sent back onto the Mountain View side. The Powell fans gotta like that one as they rise to their feet after getting that point. 3-3 here as Powell has tied it up once again. And that serve is an ace. That serve from Gabby Metzler, the junior, landed right in front of Lindy Herford, who just kind of watched it go right in front of her. This one's going to be set up on the outside. Georges to Jenkins. Jenkins puts it away in front of the diving libero on that one, Ashton Henney. Kept alive on the outside, making an effort for it. Coming all the way to the outside is number 25, Rachel Bonander. In the middle, Jenkins pushes it to the back corner, kept alive by Henney. Georges gonna set it up in the middle. Rinker attacks it. Maybe attempt number 2. No, this one's going to Jenkins. Jenkins puts it all the way to the back line where Henney is waiting for it. And that one is blocked into the net. Actually, not blocked into the net. That one is just hit into the net from Powell. And that's a Mountain View point. 5-4. Mountain View with the lead here. Mountain View the home team, but Powell certainly brought their own home crowd that is making this gym very loud right now in between points and when the point is going on. Might just be because I'm sitting directly in the midst of the Powell section, or the Powell section is sitting right in the midst of where I'm set up, so it might seem a little bit louder. Georges keeps it alive. Haley Herford sets it over the net. That was Jenkins and kept alive there. That was number 12, Hartley Thorington for Powell. Blocked at the net, kept alive, point stays. Jenkins not able to finish it. Tapped over the net, Thorington. Kept alive there. Stennerson, straight up. Hartley Thorington. On the outside, Jenkins swings forward and Jenkins misses. Jenkins went for that sideline and could not find it. She missed wide and out of play. So 6-5 here. Powell leading. Powell trailing, excuse me. Both teams wearing black. There's no easy way to tell who's the home and who's the visitor other than the court that they're playing on says Mountain View on it. 7-5 now after another Mountain View point. Kept alive. Set up on the outside. That was Hartley-Thorington, and Hartley-Thorington finishes the point for Powell. Bugis on her knees receives the serve. Sends it all the way to the back. And that one is right in front of Ashton Henney. Okay, just had to confirm that was Ashton Henney in the libero uniform. Number 7 is also listed as a libero, so I have to be sure that I wasn't calling the wrong person. Mountain View with a 9-6 lead here. Haley Herford on the outside, swinging forward, and was it inbounds? It was, as it landed in the Mountain View side of the court. Aubrey Stenerson, the senior, able to finish the point there, and Rachel Bonander checks out for Powell, as does Metzler. In the middle, blocked, set up, Ostermiller. Lindy Herford pushes it over the net. Devin Curtis. Rinker taps it over the net, kept alive by Powell on the outside, tapping it over the net there, not able to end the point. Haley Herford looking to end the point, she cannot finish it. And blocked at the net, they're going to say yes, Mountain View did touch it, so the point stays alive. Blocked, Rinker straight back down. Stenerson over to Lindy Herford, and Lindy Herford sends it through the court. A long rally pays off in the favor of Powell. Bugis looks over at her coach, head coach Diana Timms. Gets some instruction from one Herford sister to the other. They get it over the net. On the outside, Lindy Herford pushes it, falling backwards. Frankie Jenkins, Georges. That goes to Haley Herford. Haley Herford blocked, but able to keep it alive. Lindy Herford blocked at the net, kept alive. She attacks this ball out of the air. Long rallies in this match so far as Jenkins attacks it. Lindy Herford pushes it over the net, and Haley Herford finishes the point. So Haley Herford didn't need to use a lot of power into that one, just placement was enough, and it's 10-8 in set one. This one rolled over the net and all the way into the back line. Frankie Jenkins looked like she was going to go after it, but a couple of spectators in the way, so she backed off at the last moment. 10-9. The home team, Mountain View, still winning by 1 here. On the outside, Stevens pushes it over the net. Georges in the middle, sets up Stevens, and I'm not sure if it was blocked or she just mishit it, but either way, it falls into the net and rolls into the ground. 10-all here in set number 1. Through 20 points, we are even at 10 apiece. Haley Herford goes cross court. Waiting was Ostermiller. And that one Goes out of bounds off of Mountain View, so Powell has the lead here midway through set number 1. 11-10, Powell leads. And that one is out of play, out of bounds. And it's 11-all here. On the outside, and that one is straight through the court and out of play. 12-11, Mountain View retakes the lead. And that point will be given to Mountain View after the ball is ruled out of play. 13-11, that's the score so far. Mountain View after a couple points in a row here. On the outside. (14-11). Henny. Bugis takes the first ball. She's going to bump this one over. Lindy Hereford, Georges, Stevens, blocked. Kept alive. Powell trying to finish it off. At the net, number 10, Sabrina Schutman, able to finish the point. 14-12 after that kill from Sabrina. Serve received by Lindy Hereford. Kept alive. Haley Hereford pushes it over the net. Good action there from Mountain View to receive that serve. Hard hit received by Bugis. She's able to dig it up. Set up in the middle and off the fingertips of Haley Stevens. And that'll be another Powell point. So the Lady Panthers are 1 point shy of tying things up again after it was all tied at 10. 14-13, Mountain View leading. On the outside, that is hit straight through the court. Aubrey Stenderson got her hand underneath it just a little bit, put too much elevation underneath it, and that is a point for Mountain View. And back-to-back points for the Buffalo, as that is a Bradshaw's Glass Towing and Fitness ace from the serve of Lindy Hereford. Looking to repeat that action. Received by Powell and sent back over. Haley Stevens elevates, attacks, ball goes off of her hand, and a diving effort there from Hartley Thorington, but unfortunately for her, not quick enough. Respect the effort there from Thorington, just shy of keeping that one alive. On the outside, Frankie Jenkins is blocked. Frankie Jenkins had some outgoing mail, and that was returned to sender immediately. She might have forgot a stamp on that outgoing mail because that one was sent back pretty quick. 17-14. Mountain View leads, tapped over by Frankie Jenkins. And she said, no, I really think that you should take this. So they go right back to Frankie Jenkins, and this time she outsmarts the Powell Lady Panthers. This one's going to be set to the back line, and they just bump it over. A free ball for Mountain View. On the outside, Frankie Jenkins hits it off the blockers and out of play. That's another point for Mountain View. 19-14 here. Back to serve, Stevens, and she hits it clear out of bounds. Cannot win the point if you do not serve the ball in bounds, and a service error there from Stevens will take her out of this game on a substitution. A little upset with herself, as you would expect. Allie Rinker swings, and Looked like she has mistimed her jump there because she was on her way down when she was swinging for it and did not make a clean connection. Ball goes into the net and lands on her own side. That's a Powell point. Georges on the outside, blocked, kept alive. Third ball needing to be put over. It is from Jaslyn Haney. And that one tapped over, and Allie Rinker able to finish the point. That's the thing in volleyball. It's not always about who can hit the hardest. Sometimes it's about finding an open spot on the court and just saying, hey, I bet I can hit it there and you won't be able to get it. Ooh, some elevation there from Rachel Bonander as the ball was above the net and she attacked it right on the sideline, placed perfectly. 20-17, the home team leads here. In the final match on this Friday of the 3A West Volleyball Regionals. And that one off the hands of Haley Herford, blocked at the net and right in front of her sister. 20-18 here. Sent over from Mountain View. And out of play. 21-18, Mountain View leads now. Set up in the middle, tapped over by Devin Curtis. And that one is going to land on the Powell side. And a timeout from Randy Bonander. And Powell is going to talk some things over. We'll talk some things over, too, here at the My Local Radio booth. Join us after this commercial break.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
Back here at Mountain View, 22-18 is the lead for the Mountain View Buffaloes. Tapped over the net there from Powell. Kept alive on the outside, Lindy Herford. Bonander is there and not able to keep it alive. I said Bonander, that was actually Hartley Thorington who mishit that dig. And that one falls on the Mountain View side. That is a Powell point, 23-19. They're going to need this run to be a substantial one here if they're wanting to stay in this first set. They trail 23-19. They're going to need to pick it up right about now if they want to win this set. Set to the middle, rather. Pancake, they say it's staying alive. Good play there from Powell. And that one is through the court. What is the call? It was out. I don't know if I saw an official call from the lines judge, but they said it did miss that corner. So 23-20 is the score. Powell saves off 1 point here. And Lindy Herford says, I'll take that, thank you very much. Put that on the scoreboard. And it is a set point here for Mountain View. They lead 24-20 in set number one. They'll have 4 set points if they need them. Now Bugus is going to try to finish this on the first set point, though. This one's going to be set, back set, and hit well out of bounds there by number 14, Devin Curtis. And that's how that first match will end. The first set of this match will end. 25-20 is how this first set ends. Join us for more Set 2 action on mylocalradio.com after this commercial break.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
After one set of play, the Powell Lady Panthers find themselves trailing 1-0 here as the Mountain View Buffaloes took set number 1, 25-20. It was a tight set throughout. Was never out of reach, I would say, for either team. Powell, even in that last point, still had a chance. Down only 24-20 before the set ended. Mountain View is out of their huddle, and so is Powell now. We will start this second set here on mylocalradio.com. Thank you for tuning in to all of the action this weekend on mylocalradio.com. We really do appreciate every listener, watcher, I guess you could say viewer, not watcher, but every listener and viewer. That was blocked at the net from Mountain View, and looked like Powell was all kind of looking around at themselves saying who's going to get that. And at the last second, Devin Curtis dove in there, but she was too late. And Mountain View will take the first point of set number 2. Bugus receives over the net. And that one's over the net, and that's going to be a Mountain View point. So Powell quickly behind 2-0 here in set number 2. And that one is off the hands of Lindy Hereford and about halfway up into the bleachers there. So Powell gets their first point in a loud way, I guess you could say. Oh, it's over the net. Blocked. And Mountain View will get the possession here. Haley Stevens blocked at the net. A huge reaction there as Jaslyn Haney sent that one back. The senior for Powell making her presence felt in this second set. Blocked at the net again, Jaslyn. Jaslyn Haney coming up big here, the senior middle hitter for Powell. Might as well just put middle blocker because that's what she has been doing here early in this second set. She has her team leading 3-2 now. This one tapped over the net, and unfortunately for Hartley Thorington, it was not in play. 3-all here through 6 points in set number 2. Mountain View took set number 1, 25-20. Blocked at the net. Rinker sends it right back. And Stevens gets to it. Hereford. Georges sends it over. So free ball coming in to Powell. Let's see how they use it. And they cannot use it to their advantage. They don't even get it over the net. Hartley Thorington, the senior, not able to finish that off. 4-3 here. Ball trickles over the net. Still alive. Thorington and Haley Hereford kind of laughing as she flung her arms at it and missed it. Her and her sister joking about it. Her sister kind of making fun of her her motion as she flailed at the ball and missed. 4-all here in set number 2. Set over the net, received by Lindy Hereford. Jenkins bumps it over. On the outside, Thorington, and Thorington finishes this one off. Hartley Thorington, I guess I should clarify which one. It would be unfair if I just said Hereford finishes a point. If I was talking about Mountain View, so should be specific about Powell as well. Georges over to Lindy. This one's going to be set up back set for Powell and still in play. That one tipped, set into the net. And Frankie Jenkins had too far to go as she was hard to stop that momentum, and she ran into the net after bumping that one. Straight up in the air, blocked back down. On the outside, Frankie Jenkins. And Haley Hereford threw her hands and out of play, and Diana Timms off the bench. That usually means she's going to call a timeout, and she does. Diana Timms called the timeout, and Powell leading 7-4 here through 11 points of set number 2. We'll take a timeout as well on mylocalradio.com.
Dr. Dog, the other day I was at the dog park and ran into Keegan, the Irish setter from up the road. When we smelled hello, I was surprised because he smelled like delicious roasted duck. When I asked if he'd been hunting, he said nein, he had been to see you.
Yes, Mr. Hans German Shepherd, I'm recommending Canine Superfood Advanced from PetMinerals.com for all my canine patients. The powder mixes with your dog food to create a delicious duck-flavored gravy. Order your Superfood Advanced from PetMinerals.com today.
Mountain View trailing 7-4 here in set number 2. Rinker tips it over the block. Powell fans screaming, watch the tip. No one's expecting Rinker to just be conservative about that one. Georges straight up in the air. Rinker at the net. Georges attacks it off the hands of Hartley, and that's a Mountain View point. 7-5 here. Mountain View trailing, but trying to fight their way back into the second set. Bugis sends it over to Georges. Georges sends it over to Jenkins. Jenkins not able to put it in front of the diving Gabby Metzler, and that's out of play. So Powell, a couple points in a row here, have squandered that lead they had. It was 7-4. It's 7-6 now, and back to serve once again is Georges. Coach Randy Bonander got up off the bench after that last point, and another point there. It looked like she was going to signal timeout and did not. I think she's more pleading with her players now. I think that's more of a pleading motion than a timeout motion. 7-all here through 14 points in set 2. Kept alive, Bugis bumps it up. Haley Herford, not able to finish the point there. Goes up to the up official. And he tosses it towards Powell as they won the point and will serve here 8-7. And that is blocked at the net and sent straight back down. Randy Bonander, or Rachel Bonander, daughter of Randy Bonander, head coach, with the block there, and it's quickly 9-7. So Randy Bonander didn't call timeout after her team gave up a 3-point lead, and seems to have paid off as of right now. Bonander sets it up. Bonander gets it right back, and Bonander puts it away. Bonander is so big, so tall, that she doesn't even need to jump high. She doesn't even need to get a lot of elevation. She kind of just sees the court in front of her. That one, there are two blockers in front of her. She just kind of, while she was in the air, just kind of twisted her hand and just flicked the wrist and kind of tapped that one right up the sideline. Good play there from Rachel Bonander, senior. And that one is on the Powell side, and that falls for a Mountain View point. Mountain View fans trying to get their team into it here as they trail 10-8, leading by a set already. Jenkins, Bonander, Thorington over there. Now pushed over the net there from Haley Herford. Haley Herford blocks it along with Hallie Rinker. And a diving Kelsey Georges was not there in time. It is 11-8. Powell leads. So the Lady Panthers putting in some work early here. And just as I say that, maybe an announcer jinx. Hartley Thorington with a service error. (11 to 9). The visiting team, Powell, leading here in set 2. This one's set right up in the middle for Bonander. Sits nicely for her, but she does not finish it. Haley Herford in the back row, just kind of rolled all the way to the back line. Bugis there to receive. Haley Herford, she sends that one all the way to the back line, but the wrong back line as she put that all the way to the baseline, the basketball baseline, which is, I don't know, maybe about 7 or 8 feet out of bounds. So does her no good to hit that Mountain View logo that she was aiming for, maybe. 12 to 9 here, Powell with the lead. This one set up in the middle. Bonander not going to have a chance for this one because that was a carry from Devin Curtis before Bonander hit it. 12 to 10 lead here for the Lady Panthers, looking to play Lyman tomorrow if they win. Push to the back line. Hartley Thorington. And that one is over the net, and it lands on the Lyman side. There was some cheering going on, and then the ball came back over, and some of the Powell players started to react to it as if it was a live ball, but the rest then blew their whistle. So it's 13 to 10 right now. Ashton Henney comes up, takes that one, the libero, and off the hands of Frankie Jenkins. A little upset with herself after not being able to corral that one. And it's 14 to 10. Powell leads. On the outside, attacked Aubrey Stenerson. And diving effort there in order to get underneath it was Curtis, but Curtis could not get it over the net and back onto the Mountain View side. 14-11 here. Stenerson gets it over. Stevens, oh, it looked like she would finish a point, but nice effort there by Ostermiller. Ostermiller comes up, bumps it, keeps it alive. Back onto the Powell side, and the first ball attacked for the third consecutive hit. And Aubrey Stenerson puts it away, the outside hitter. Able to finish the point, so it's 15-11. Powell leading. That's going to be a Mountain View point there as they celebrate. Kept alive. Over the net. Blocked. Kept alive. Rinker swings at it. No touch there, and it is out of bounds. So that's a Powell Lady Panther point. 16-12 here in this match. Set number 2. Mountain View leading by a set. Trailing this set, however, 16-12. Oh, and rolls over the net. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And Diana Timms will take a timeout after the Gabby Metzler ace. When we return on mylocalradio.com, we'll have more set to action.
My name is Dr. Michael Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at West Star Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit West Star Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. West Star Printing, 307-789-5202.
They're going to say that ball was in. Did not miss anything there. 17-13. Mountain View trails, trying to get a run together and not drop a set here. Powell trying to even this match up at 1. And that's another Mountain View point as that one rolls across the net. Goes right into the down official's hands, and she gives the point to Mountain View. This one straight up in the air, back row attack, and the back row attack from Aubrey Stenerson, able to finish the point there. (18-14) Powell leads here, set number 2, and that one is straight through the court. So after getting the possession, a side out gives it to from Sanderson, gives that to Frankie Jenkins, who will look to serve and give her team a couple more points here, trailing by 3. Diving effort by Henny. Bonander not able to finish it. She will push it to the back corner. Frankie Jenkins on the outside. Hereford not able to finish it. On the outside, Hartley Thorrington. Lindy Hereford eyes that back corner, tries for it. And right in the middle of a rotation, that was Rachel Bonander. Just kind of saw where the Mountain View players were headed, maybe anticipating where they were going. She just hit it straight down the middle of the court, and the players vacated from the area expecting the ball to go somewhere else, and it hit the floor. Blocked at the net. Bonander, point still alive though, and Bonander finishes it again. Bonander this time with a spike to finish it. Thought she finished it on a tap over the net. This time, she was like, all right, fine, let me just slam this one all the way to the back line and make sure nobody's receiving it. 20-15, Powell leading, make it 21. Blackjack for Powell. They lead 21-15. Mountain View has no more timeouts remaining in this set. Powell still has both of theirs. They have a 6-point lead. Georgia sets it up to Haley Hereford. All the way into that back corner and out of play. And that will be a Mountain View point. So 21-16 is the lead now, as Mountain View, if they want to win this set, they're going to have to go on a run. Powell looking to close this set out and not give Mountain View a chance late in this set. This one's over the net, tapped by Lindy Hereford, just rolled over the net. Henny sends it over to Bugis. Georges going to back set, and Haley Hereford slams it off the block. So Aubrey Stenderson, the senior outside hitter. It is 21-17. Bugis floats it over the net. And as I've said many times before this season, Allie Bugis is a great server because she realizes she has multiple different serving styles. And if she notices that the front of the court is vacant, if you back up too far, she's just going to float that one right over the net, as she did there, and get an ace. Bugis sets it up to Lindy Hereford. Bonander attacks it, and Bonander has been the MVP for Powell in this second set. She has caused a lot of points to end in Powell's favor. 22-18. Metzler sends it over. Henny. And Henny just kind of bumped it in between two players, both Bonander and Curtis dove for it, almost collided. Luckily, no one is injured. 22-19, that's off the outstretched hands of Stenderson, kept alive. Lindy Hereford calls it off. Georges going to set it up in the middle. Stevens blocked, kept alive. Third ball going to be bumped over. Free ball for Mountain View to Bugis. Georges sets it up to Hereford, blocked at the net. Georges sends it back over. And out of play there. Bonander looking for it all. Came up just short. And she missed by about a foot. Out of play. 22-20, Powell leads. Tapped over the net. Stevens attacked by Georges, and Georges finishes the point. She's got her team jumping up and down after that one, and that's a timeout for Randy Bonander. So 22-21, things getting interesting in this second set. Will Mountain View complete the comeback, or Powell hang on for a set 2 victory and even this matchup? Tune in after this commercial break and find out.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Franklin. Something I've really enjoyed as a dentist over the past 20 years are the lasting friendships that I've formed with many of my patients. My staff is really great, and we try hard to make sure that every patient feels a warm welcome. It doesn't matter if it's your first visit or if you've been with us for years. Every patient is welcome and always appreciated. Our goal is to provide the best dental care possible at reasonable rates. Please call us today to schedule your appointment at 307-789-8910.
Go Red Devils!
When you have any...
Mountain View is going to serve here, trailing by a point, but then that deficit has been narrowed significantly. Blocked at the net and put down, and there goes the Powell lead as it has evaporated. It is 22-22, and Mountain View will serve. Over the net there from Powell. Kept alive, Georges. And Hereford puts it in the back corner. Lindy Hereford, and another timeout, the final timeout of this set, as head coach Randy Bonander doesn't like what she's seeing. We're going to stick right here, actually, during this timeout break. I'd like to thank some of our advertisers again. WyoChem Federal Credit Union. WyoChem Federal Credit Union, where your money works hard for you. Morgan Valley Polaris. Morgan Valley Polaris sells both new and used models, including timber sleds, dirt bikes, Polaris side-by-sides, ATVs, and more. And the Crazy 8 Cafe, home of the world's largest cinnamon rolls, also recognized for serving one of the top 2 chicken fried steaks in all of Wyoming. Have to check that out. Maybe after this match, I'll go get myself a chicken fried steak. 23-22. And that third ball not over the net, and it is a set point for Mountain View. Oh, how the tables have turned for Powell. If you're a Powell fan, you're probably not liking what you're seeing. They had a substantial lead, and it has gone, and it is a set point for Mountain View. 24-22, still not out of it is Powell. Just need to play perfect from here on in this set. And that one is not perfect, as Aubrey Stenerson hits it into the net, and Powell could be a debilitating loss in set 2, at least for this match, as they thought they had it in the bag, but Mountain View rallies in the last seconds and takes set number 2, 25-22. So 2 tight first sets. Maybe the 2-0 scoreline does not really tell the entire story. Let's see if Powell is able to rebound and come back from this 2-0 deficit to play Lyman, or if Mountain View is headed to a championship rematch with Mountain View. Mountain View is headed to a championship rematch with Lyman, as they have earlier this year.
Hello all, Dr. Dog here. I want to talk to you about PetMinerals.com. By merging the highest quality veterinary grade ingredients with highly advanced mineral technology, PetMinerals.com produces the most innovative pet supplements on the market. The supplements focus on specific needs like hip and joint, digestive, and overall diet. You and I both know a healthy pet is a happy pet. Show your pets how much you care. Order them supplements today at PetMinerals.com.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
Set number 3 ready to get underway here in Mountain View. Mountain View, the home team, looking to win this one in straight sets. It looked like they were going to lose a set, but quickly the tables have turned, and they lead this one 2 sets to love. over the net there. Bugis receives the serve. Henny on the outside. Hartley Thorington. Kept alive, Bugis on the outside. Stannerson. Bugis digs that one up. On the outside, Lindy Herford over to Henny. Bugis, Georges in the middle. Stevens. Thorington, and she is rejected at the net, but it did go out of bounds, so Powell will get the point there. Thought that ball was in, but it was out of bounds right in front of that chair umpire, so easy for him to make that call. And Powell has the first point of set number 3. This one's going to be set up on the outside, attacked by Rose Graft. First time saying her name in this match. And a diving Bugis not able to get it. Kept alive there. Ostermiller. And that is up the baseline. And that's a point for Powell. So Powell a couple quick points in a row. Powell leading 2-0, trailing 2 sets to nothing, and just like that, that is how Mountain View will get on the board for the first time in set number 3, as that is a service error. This one over the net, and slam back down from Haley Stevens, as that was right in front of Ashton Henny. Ashton Henny tried her best to pick that one up, but could not. Bugis over to Georges. Stevens. And Stevens puts it away right on that back line. Hit the baseline. And it's 3-2. So Powell, a 2-0 lead. Turns into a 3-2 Mountain View lead within 3 points. Back to serve, Lindy Herford. And that is straight out of play. So 4 points in a row as Randy Bonander, head coach of the Powell Lady Panthers, just left to have her hands behind her back and kind of say, what can I do at this point? As that one is off the block, Bugis able to recover though. Jenkins bumps it behind over her head. Thorington, and that was not able to be picked up off the ground. Once again, one of those plays where the official blew his whistle, but the players continued to play. 4-3 here in set number 3. Powell making some substitutions as Rose Graft will check out and Gabby Metzler back in. Jenkins set up, and she's going to hit that sideline. She was aiming for it, and she got it. We've seen every Powell player that has made the trip enter this match, so Powell does go 6 deep on their bench. At least in this match they have. Kept alive. Stevens, Georges, Jenkins. Attack from the back row, Stannerson. Kept alive, going to be bumped over to the other side of the net, and Hartley Thorington puts it away, so Hartley Thorington takes advantage of that one, and they now lead 6-4. And that one is into the net. Another service error for Powell, gives the point to Mountain View. This one's set up on the outside. Lindy Hereford blocked at the net. I believe that was Bonander again. Bonander celebrating after that block. Seven to 5 here. Set number 3. Mountain View already leading 2 sets to love. I'm going to say Bonander touched that. It looked like it went into the net. It should have been a 4th hit on Mountain View. Not called, and Bonander can't handle it on her own side of the net, and it is 8 to 5. The loser of this match, should it be Powell, they will play tomorrow at noon. They will play the winner of the 9 a.m. match. So if you are a Powell fan, watch our broadcast at 9 a.m. You don't have to be here. You can just watch it online on mylocalradio.com to stay tuned on who you will be playing at noon. I'm sure the coaches, maybe some players will be in the building watching, scouting. That 9 a.m. match is against Lovell and Worland. If I had to make a guess, I think Worland will win that match, but that is my unofficial prediction. 8 to 6 is the lead for Mountain View. Mountain View 17 points away from a berth in the championship match, which starts at 4:30 p.m. Scheduled to start at 4:30 p.m. tomorrow for the championship match of the regional and the number 1 seed in the state championships next week out of the West. That one's attacked and into the back corner there. A nice play there from the Powell Lady Panthers. Rose Graft, sophomore middle hitter. And that is straight through the court, out of bounds. And that is a point for Powell. So Powell erases a deficit, and they're tied at 8. This one straight up in the air. And off the net, over the net. Lindy Hereford laying on the court as if she was shot after that one. Made a diving effort. Comes up just short. You can tell the Herefords always have fun on the court. They're always laughing and smiling, just like Olivia Smith of Lyman and a few other players that I've seen in this regional so far. Tell them that they're having fun. They obviously want to win. They obviously want to be the best that they can be, but they're having fun, and they're smiling and letting everyone know that they're having fun playing. So all you can ask for at the 3A West Regionals is just to have fun and have smiling players and coaches. Blocked at the net. Bonander takes one off the face after getting blocked. Not a hard ball to the face, but Bonander still shaking her head in disappointment. Over the net there from Powell. Hereford. Georges makes way for Haley Hereford. Bonander charges in, and not sure exactly what the call was. I think it was Kelsey Georges was called for a violation. She might have gone underneath the net, because the violation was called before anybody from Mountain View touched it. So either touching the net or going underneath the net, one of the two. 10 all here through 20 points. This one's over the net there. Powell. Attacked by Haley Hereford. Powell trying to finish off the point, as is Mountain View. Mountain View sends it over to Lindy Hereford. Third ball touches the top of the net and goes out of play into the Mountain View bench. 11 to 10, Mountain View with the lead. And that one's into the net. to serve there. Gives it right back to Powell. 11-all here. Once again, I'm Sean Bennett. Thank you for tuning in to our broadcast today. If this is your first match, or if you watched every single match, if you watch football and then some volleyball, we really do appreciate every single viewer for tuning in, taking the time out of your day. And now it's off the hands of Haley Herford and onto the baseline. That's another point for the guests on the scoreboard. Powell now leading 12-11. '78 viewers live currently watching through the numbers on our YouTube page, so we appreciate those live viewers and everyone that has been tuning in and out. Allie Bugus dives for that one, and it is off her hands and out of bounds. And did I hear timeout? Yes, I did. Diana Timms takes a timeout. Powell leading 13-11. When we return from this commercial break, we're going to have more set 3 action.
When you have any mechanical problems, always think of Reese Auto Service in Lyman first. Doug and the mechanics at Reese Auto Service work on everything from your lawnmower and snowblower to cars, trucks, farm and ranch equipment, and semis. You can also get tires for anything you need at Reese Auto Service. Always visit Reese first. You'll get great pricing and quality-friendly service. Reese Auto Service, 541 Highway 413, Lyman.
(13-11). Mountain View leads, or Mountain View trails, excuse me, but Mountain View leads in the match 2-0. So they do lead in the match, they just do not lead in this third set. They trail 13-11. That one's set up in the middle. Ostermiller sets it up. Stevens taps it over the net, and Ostermiller did get to it. They're going to say that she pancaked it, and that finishes the point for Powell. Diana Timms claps her hands together, and obvious frustration. She's still barking at that down official. She does not think that that was a pancake. But Ostermiller, to her credit, got her hand under it. Powell didn't give up on it. All the credit in the world to Powell for winning that point after it looked like the play was dead. And that is straight through the court. Hartley Thorington sends that one long out of play. And it's 14-12. Thorington rolls it over the net. Tapped over. Thorington blocked once again, but this one lands on the Mountain View side. Thorington has been a menace here in this third set for Powell. They lead 15-12. They'll make a couple substitutions now. As checking in is Gabby Metzler again. Gabby Metzler, another key part of this Powell offense. As are all of the players, to be honest. Metzler immediately touches it on a block. Georges tries to find that back corner. Diving effort from Henny. A great effort there in Hartley Thorington. She tried to push it over across court, and she went into the net. She hit the ball. The ball hit the net after she tried to push it over. Hartley Thorington. Blocked at the net, and it still goes on to the Mountain View side and falls innocently to the ground. Bugus will go chase after it. He always energetic. Bugus. Kept alive there on the outside. Tapped over the net and out of play right into the bleachers. And that is a point for Powell once again. Another team just walked in the gym. I'm not exactly sure who it was. It was one of those green teams. Might have been Might have been Lander. I'm not sure. I did not look like Pinedale. So Lander might be staying in town. Just want to check out some volleyball on mylocalradio.com. Decided to come and watch the action for themselves. Powell is trying to make this into a match. They lead 18-13 in this third set. Not ready to go home yet, or go to the hotel yet, is Powell. 18-13. Kept alive. Bugus back row attack. Vaults that one straight into the net, and that's a timeout for Mountain View. So 19-13, Powell leads. Diana Tim says, hey, let's stop this momentum before it gets out of control and finish this one out. 19-13, Powell leads. Join us after this commercial break on mylocalradio.com.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. As a dentist in Evanston for over 20 years now, my mission has always been to provide quality dental care for people of all ages at reasonable prices. I'm a detail-oriented person, and it's important to me to stay current on new dental procedures and protocols that can help my patients have the best experience and have the best results. Over the years, I've also worked to keep my overhead low so that I can pass those savings on to my patients. I believe everyone deserves quality dental care. Please call us today at 307-789-8910.
(19-13) the lead here for Powell over Mountain View in set number 3. Mountain View does have a 2-set advantage to their name already. Couple teams still hanging around here, watching some action, maybe scouting future opponents. Various members of the Lyman volleyball team who advanced to the championship match are scattered around the gym. I've seen some of them. Talked to Olivia Smith for a bit. 19-13 here. And kept alive momentarily. Haley Herford sent it off the chest of Bugus. 20-13 here in the third set. This one's straight up in the air, and Rinker attacks it, and first time saying her name in a while, Allie Rinker attacks that ball and sends it off the blockers of Powell, and it's 20-14. 20-14, Powell still leading here, and Mountain View not helping their own cause out by serving that one into the net. 21-14, Powell leads here, trying to make this one just a tad bit more interesting. And that is straight through the court, out of bounds. And it is 21-15. Sorry, the officials whistle blew, so I thought maybe they were going to make a call, but it was just a substitution. 21-15, Powell leading here in set number 3, trying to keep this match going to a 4th. And that's another point for Mountain View. So beware of a Mountain View run here. Mountain View did close out the second set in enviable fashion on a huge run to shock Powell, and it looked like Powell was going to win set number 2. So this one is not quite over yet for Powell. You got to keep fighting. And that's off the hand of Bonander again, and just like that, maybe some nightmares of set number 2 might be coming back to this Powell team. It's 21-17. Powell still has the lead, but anytime you see Mountain View get a few points in a row, you're almost thinking, oh boy, here we go again. Bugus, Georges sets it up wide. Lindy Herford sets it over the net, blocked, kept alive, and Diana Timms is clapping because she knows the effort there that her team showed is something really that, even though they didn't win the point, is something to be cheering about as Powell fans rise to their feet. Happy to stop that Mountain View run, albeit a short one. 22-17, and Bonander sees the ball just hanging like low-hanging fruit from the poisonous tree. And she just puts that one away. That one was poisoned for Mountain View. 23-17, the lead here for Powell, looking to close out set number 3 and get on the board as far as sets go. Another pancake there. It's off the hands of Georges and out of play. Natalie Ostermiller making pancakes tomorrow morning because she's gotten plenty of them tonight. She's probably going to have some left over. Hopefully she shares with her teammates while they're at the hotel in the morning. Blocked at the net and back onto the Mountain View side, and that will be the end of set number 3. So Powell, determined not to let this one slip away, takes set number 3, 25-17. Powell, after taking set number 3, will be looking to be rejuvenated after a disappointing set 2 loss and looked like they could have won. Had they won that set 2, obviously maybe things would have played out differently in set 3, but this could be a whole different match right now had Powell won that second set. As it stands, Mountain View has a 2-1 advantage, but Powell knows that they are certainly in this match. If you want to see the conclusion of this match, stay with us after this commercial break on mylocalradio.com.
If you can't give your dentist a 5-star rating, then you ought to consider making your next dental appointment with Dr. McKay Frankham. One patient said, "The best experience I've ever had at a dentist." Other customer comments include 5 stars plus. And not only is Dr. Frankham the best dentist I've ever been to, but I can actually afford to have dental work done by Dr. Frankham. Make your next dental visit a 5-star experience. Call for an appointment today at 307-789-8910.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
Mountain View looking to rebound after losing their first set of this 3A West Regional action. Powell up against the 8 ball if they want to win this championship, but they did take the set number 3. They'll need to win this set to force a deciding 5th set if they want to advance to that championship match against Lyman. That'll be tomorrow, scheduled to start at 4:30 p.m. Mainly just trying to avoid playing at noon tomorrow. I know that the extra hour or 2 of sleep that the team might get would be beneficial. After all, they're all teenage girls. They don't want to wake up at 6 a.m. or so unnecessarily. This one set across and blocked out of play there. That was number 11, Jaslyn Haney. Haven't said her name in a while. She uses the blockers to her advantage and gets the point there. Kept alive, Powell fighting for it. In the middle, Stevens, and Stevens finds that sideline. And we're all tied at 1 here. And that one is off of Mountain View and well out of play. 2-1 Mountain View leads in set number 4. Powell leading 2-1 here in set number 4. Mountain View leading in sets 2-1. Powell easily could be up 2 sets to 1 right now. Instead they trail after letting Mountain View really just steal that second set away, I think would be the best terminology for it. Allie Rinker in the middle, attacks, and Allie Rinker uses the hands of Ashton Henney to her advantage, as Henney was there, but the hard hit from Rinker sent it wide and out of play. Three to two. Powell leading in set number 4. Georges. And that one is on the Powell side, not able to be sent over from Bonander. And it's 3 apiece. Side out here for Mountain View. Bonander attacks it. Bonander sees the ball go back onto her side. Bonander, Georges, and somebody hit the net. I think it might have been Rinker. She's looking over like she was guilty, so I'll say it was Rinker on that one. Goes into the net, and it's a Powell point. 4-3, Powell with the lead here in set number 4. This one cross court. Standerson blocked at the net. Kept alive, though, by Bonander. Great athleticism there. Blocked at the net, and Haley Herford stomps her feet on the court. It's got to be tiring doing that through a 4 or 5 set match. I know my feet would hurt. 4-all here in set 4. Standerson, Bugis, Georges, and out of bounds, Herford. Not able to get it there, Haley Herford. Couple of Powell substitutions coming in here. Oster Miller and Rose Graft checking in for Powell, leading 5-4. In the middle, and right in front of the hands of Aubrey Stennerson, the libero. Right in front of the hands of Aubrey Stennerson and the libero, Ashton Henney. I should clarify that. Henney is able to take this one. Bonander, Georges, Bugis, and that's out of play. 6-5, Powell leading. Georges sets it up, and Lindy Herford finishes that one. And it's 6-all here in this match. Set number 4. Both teams still have a lot to play for here in Mountain View. In the middle. Kept alive by Mountain View. Frankie Jenkins taps it over the net. No one there momentarily for Powell, but is able to be Rose Graft there. Blocked at the net, kept alive. And Mountain View left wondering what went wrong again, as they felt like that one was almost a violation on Powell. Well, at least Diana Timms did, but she resigned to the fact that it is a Powell point. She claps her hands together. Urges her team to get back into it. 7-6 here. Jenkins did not get blocked. It just went into the net. And Jenkins kind of looks up at the chair umpire and says, hey, that ball was touched by Powell. Tough to see from my angle whether a Powell defender touched that or that just went into the net, but the net did shake pretty violently, which usually means that it did hit the net. 8-6. And that one is out. The Powell fans little bit upset here on that call. They thought it was in. I will say, from my unbiased opinion, it did look like it clipped the line there, so maybe Mountain View a little bit of lucky, but the line judge right there had the perfect angle at it. And it is a Powell point, so you could say ball don't lie, I guess. 9-7, Powell leads in set number 4. Looking to make this a full 5-set match. I was talking with head coach Brescia Hansen via text message. She's still in the gym, by the way, scouting her next opponent. She had said, I just hope that these teams wear each other out. Full 5-set match. Let's play it as long as possible. So maybe the custodians and people have to clean up overnight. Do not hope that. Maybe they're trying to just get in and get out. But we're here on a Friday night watching some high school volleyball like we should be. Allie Bugis pokes at it, keeps it alive. Bumped over from Jenkins. Kept alive there, Haley Hereford. In the middle, blocked and off the hands of Rinker. Once again, Powell, number 11, Jaslyn Haney, gives her team a 3-point advantage. Powell leading 10-7 here. This match has gone downhill for Mountain View after that second set. Let's see if they can get focused here and have Mountain View come back and win it. 10-7, they trail. And we're just going to thank some more of our sponsors of this 3A West Volleyball Regional. Bridger Valley Electric, congratulations and good luck to all who are involved in the 3A Regional Volleyball Tournament this weekend. Ready Services is one of our sponsors. Ready Services serving all their industrial needs with locations in Wyoming, Colorado, Utah, Nevada, and Texas. Is it Nevada or is it Nevada? I'm not from the area, so if you care enough to comment, you can comment at me via Twitter or Facebook. Let me know how to pronounce it. I don't think it matters. What I do think it matters is this Wyoming 3A West Volleyball Championship, as this regional has really turned out to be a interesting match, as that one served just long. That one I did see pretty clearly. It missed by a couple inches there, so Powell fans might be a little bit disappointed, but that was the right call on that particular one. 11-8, Powell still leading though. Bumped over, free ball for Mountain View. Georgia's going to set it to Jenkins. On the outside, Stenderson. Jenkins swings, and Jenkins connects. Jenkins ready for that one. And she connects. It's 11-9. Kept alive there by Haley Hereford. Sent up in the air. Lindy Hereford connects with it. Back over the net. Blocked. Thorington. Hereford. Georges. Rinker taps. Rinker connects. Rinker, there was only a one-man block there, and she still tapped it over. And just right in a Bermuda, I would call it a triangle, but it was more of a, I guess, a six-sided shape. I was going to say an octagon, but that's 8. It's been a long day here at Mountain View Regionals. My brain is fried from calling all these volleyball and football games today. Can't think of a six-sided shape right now, so forgive me for that. And that one is out of play. So a service error will give the ball back to Mountain View. And it's 12-11 here. Kept alive. And Bugis not able to finish it off. So that's a Powell point there. 13-11. Powell leading here in set number 4, trying to force a deciding 5th set. Mountain View trying to finish this match off after winning the first 2 sets and losing the last. And that one taken by Powell. Gabby Metzler. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication there, as we luckily have another defender behind her, and she hit it unknowingly and gave Mountain View the point. 13-12, Powell still with the lead, but it is short at 1. Georgish sets it up wide. Hereford swings and hits the lines judge, which is out of bounds. Because the lines judge is always standing out of bounds, so if it hits her, it is out of bounds. Just like in basketball or football or baseball, I guess, depending where the umpire is. 14-12. That is off the backboard. Is this still playable? It is. Okay, they're going to say that was a carry. What is the call here? Mountain View wanted a replay since it hit the backboard, but I think they said it hit the backboard and then hit the rafters. I'm not exactly sure what the call is, but it is a Powell point regardless. Georgia sets it up, dumps it over the net, 15-12. Powell leading, trying to extend that lead. Georgia tips it. Georgia cannot get enough of it, and that is another Powell point. So this Powell crowd really motivating their team tonight. After losing the first 2 sets, the Mountain View crowd trying to get their team back into it. A lot of maybe high school kids sitting in the far bleachers trying to get a chant going for Mountain View. 17-12. See some of the lineman players also cheering when Powell scores. I think Powell might be the choice if lineman had to pick one, or at least among some of the players. 17-12, Powell with the lead. Join us when we return from this commercial break.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires and offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.